What's up, guys? I'm CJ here with Mike and Richard, Superhero Sundays. Before we get into any of these shows or episodes or movies we're going to talk about, spoiler alerts. If you haven't seen any of these, go watch them and come back. And when you come back and join us, make sure you like and subscribe because any and all support is greatly appreciated and it helps us impact the community. So with all that being said, cheers. Let's go ahead and dive into these topics, man. Big topics, man. Fun topics. First of all, let's go with SpiderMan. SpiderMan trailer finally dropped. Mike, man, let's hear it, bro. Let's Senator Pouts, man. Let's go ahead and sprinkle in what you think about this trailer, man.
I mean, overall, it's a very interesting trailer. I guess it kind of confirmed a lot of people's theories on, if it's going to include the multiverse and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it has Alfred Molina back as Doc Ock, which
yes,
my favorite Spider-Man movie and my favorite Spider-Man villain or actor to play a villain. Amazing, right? And it's like a CGI younger version of Alfred Molina, so that's great. And of course, you got William Dafoe as the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin, and then Jamie Foxx as Electro. And then if you look really closely, you actually see Lizard Man in there, and then also you see Sandman. So I mean, that's 4 people out of the Sinister Six. You throw in Vulture, and you throw in Scorpion, and you got your 6 villains. The only thing that I have real issue with in this trailer is how Doctor Strange is so like whatever.
Yeah.
You would think after guiding Tony Stark to this is the one time we win type of thing, where and then in the beginning of Endgame, right, he's like, we're not going to give up the time stone, we're supposed to take care of this and that, and being real anal about things. And then now he's like, don't do the spell. Okay, I won't.
Hey, I'm on Mike on this one, bro. Like, you're right. It was kind of weird of him being like so lackadaisical with everything after what just happened.
Yeah,
it's
and then not to mention that, like all of a sudden the sanctum is full of snow.
Yeah, I was like, what is that about?
He doesn't know what to do, so he's wearing sweats. Like you can change the world and how you remember Peter Parker, but you can't make it stop snowing inside.
I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel it's going to be an explanation of why it's like that. Like he probably wants it that way, but
the only explanation I can think of is that's not our Doctor Strange.
That would be something. That would be.
In the trailer, also showed him like on the train with Peter Parker, and it kind of looked like they were kind of fighting.
You're right. Did you notice that, Rich? I don't know. What do you think about that? I didn't think about that. That's not the real Doctor Strange.
I saw that. In my eyes, it didn't look like they were fighting each other, but fighting together, maybe. But think of that.
I mean, think about it. Why would he try to kind of confuse Spider-Man on that train by making like 6 other ones? Because Spider-Man looked confused, right? He didn't know what to do. He kind of did his little stance thing, like he was getting ready for something. Then nobody else seemed to be on there. So, I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah. I wonder what the whole thing is about. We'll probably get more clarification.
And then Wong was leaving, like he had his like suitcase and everything. He's like, I'm gonna go fight in some cages. I'll be back.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, but this movie comes after Shang-Chi, right? So it'll be like,
I don't know.
He already did that. It's like he's going on vacation.
Already messed up.
I know the timeline is like what's going back and forth. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, man. I want to talk about the Doctor Strange thing though, because for me, this whole time I was kind of thinking that Doctor Strange is going to be the one that's like the mature one, the responsible one there when it comes to try to figure out what we did wrong with the multiverse. Mm-hmm. But it turns out he actually had a hand in doing something wrong in the multiverse.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was saying he's going to come clean it up with his broom and stuff like that. But nah, he was the one flipping the pan and throwing everything anywhere. Or he's one of the people with his hands in the frying pan. Because he was like, don't do that. No, I won't. Yeah.
Richard, did you get that vibe too that Doctor Strange is going to be, like you said, the mature one, the one's going to come and save the day and actually have a hand in messing up the multiverse. Is that what the vibe you had too, or did you even think about that?
I watched this trailer like 30 minutes before we went live, so
No, I mean like
I didn't have much time to process. But Mike does bring a good point, because usually Doctor Strange is the voice of reason, and this doesn't sound reasonable. To put a spell on the whole world to make them forget about Peter Parker, that's not responsible. As what's his title again? The
Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme. Thank you. So.
Yeah.
Damn it, Mike! I'm crossing over on the dark side.
Not even just that too.
Dude, let the hate flow.
But not even that too. Like even thinking about Wong, him fighting Abomination, is like them. Even in the first Doctor Strange, like he was so responsible too. Like you don't think he would go out and try to do like crazy stuff, like fight in a cage and do stuff that's kind of rare, really out there. Like I don't know what's going on with them. Like they're being, like I said, kind of irresponsible with the power that they have and the responsibility that they have to guard things, and they're just doing these crazy weird stuff. I don't know, Mike. What you think, man?
You're right, because if you remember in the first Doctor Strange movie, or was it not? No, in Infinity War, right? Yes, when Doctor Strange went to go help Tony Stark. And then they all left, and then they were like, "Oh, Wong, what are you gonna do?" "I'm gonna go guard the sanctum because there's nobody there." But now he's like, "Yo, peace out. I'm gonna go, fight in some cages." But the whole fight in the cage thing, I think it's because of the tournament. Maybe it's a tournament to win something that he wanted to bring back. Like maybe there's an actual reason why he's going, but there's no logical reason to why Doctor Strange would believe and follow what a teenager asked him to do.
Yeah, it's what we went through, man. So why would you be so irresponsible to use your magic on something like that? Like, I don't know, man.
It's just not in the character that you thought he would be. You think, like you said, in his arc so far, it just seemed like he would be more of a, like he's the one kind of like the father authority figure. Where he's like, no, we shouldn't do that. Like, no, that's going to mess up things. No, they know the whole thing about the multiverse. Even the Ancient One in Endgame, she said he's supposed to be the best of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he's going around, messing things up. And he's the reason why, I guess he's not the only reason, but he's one of the reasons why things get so messed up. And one of the things is when he was doing that spell, and then Peter Parker kind of messed it up by walking inside. You can see there's 3 rings going around, and that's the 3 different Spider-Man, like from the 3 different universes. So I thought that was cool.
But I'm excited for this movie because everybody's so excited to see Tobey and Garfield, see how that's going to play out. I think we might want to get them maybe 10 minutes in the movie, 15 minutes. I think it would be cool if at the end, because of all those villains coming in, if they actually help him. They actually help him fight all the villains. And it's a big finale, and it looks dope, and it's amazing. And I can't wait to see that in IMAX, man. Richard, what do you think about that? If the other Spider-Mans come and help him fight the villains?
That's what I'm expecting. And really what I'm going to expect first is, when they're kind of confused, when they all see each other for whatever reason, they're going to fight each other. And then kind of come to grips that they're pretty much the same person. And then when they realize who the real villains are, with Doc Ock coming back, with Green Goblin, they're going to have to fight together. So at least that's what I'm expecting.
What about you, Mike? What you expecting from Tobey and Garfield?
I think they're going to come in the last act of the movie where they help out. But if they don't do that meme with the 3 Spider-Men staring and pointing at each other, I will walk out of the movie theater. Where they're pointing themselves like this, like like they're web shooters at each other instead of pointing. Oh, if they don't do that meme, they lost so many internet points from everybody.
Yeah. Again, even with our critiquing of it, I'm still excited for this movie.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go watch it day one. I'm gonna go see it. I'm excited for it. It's just that's the only part of the trailer where I'm like,
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm like, oh, I'm happy again. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm happy seeing everything. And then when that came out, I'm like, and then I'm happy again. Just think about it. Like, all the people that are supposed to be the smartest people in the world would look at Doctor Strange and be like, you said okay to this?
Iron Man would be so pissed. Like, really?
What? Tony Stark would be like, what? Like, even Tony Stark would be like, that's probably not the smartest thing you thought of.
I'm pretty sure Captain America would be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Mm-hmm. What did he say?
And I mean, Falcon Captain America, he'd be like, "No, you didn't.
You gotta do better, Doctor Strange. You gotta do better.
You gotta do better."
It's true, right? Like, if you think about it, but I'm not Marvel, I'm not Sony, so who knows what they're thinking.